guys? Welcome to episode 48 of Fresh Off the Mats. Here with the Jiu-Jitsu Joes. Woo! It is hot as fuck today.
It's always hot.
Yeah, dude.
I can't wait for winter.
Oh, me too, man.
Winter
Me
and
too.
fall. Dude.
Those 2 weeks in December when it's nice and cool in Florida.
Man, apparently this year is supposed to be cold. I don't know,
I
like
think so.
well, so you know,
Why?
like
Because we're having like an extremely hot summer.
no,
so
so
it's gonna be
you know the Farmer's Almanac thing.
Yeah.
So that's predicting that it's supposed to be
gonna be
a
cold.
very cold winter.
Isn't that crazy that we could have one of the hottest summers and then it's followed by one of the coldest
I feel
winters?
like that just makes sense though.
No, I would think we would have a really warm winter.
Why? Winter's supposed to be cold.
Oh, it's
I mean,
just
we're
a crazy
Florida. We
swing.
only get like 2 weeks of winter, but it's
Such
nice.
a crazy swing. Oh my god. Whew.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm really sweating. I don't know. It's really hot. Fat guys don't do well in the heat.
Fat guy.
Dude, when I was fat, that was the worst part, was summertime. Like in New York, if you're fat, you could get away in like the fall and the winter and even the early spring because you wear a light hoodie, it's big and thick, so you feel like you kind of look skinny-ish, and you wear black, so like you kind of like thin out.
I love my favorite thing is like when I see someone really big and then they wear all black, like that's gonna make them slim. And I was like, no.
They're like, yeah, I'm 140 pounds.
There's levels to wearing black.
And they do this, they're like, yeah, I don't have a double chin. Yeah, just one chin.
Every photo, profile picture is gonna be
Yeah, my first MySpace photo was me like this, and I looked really thin from this angle coming in at this 45 degree, but
it's like the dead giveaway.
that double chin was extreme. Especially, you know what was good? The phone camera quality wasn't as good back then, so the
dude,
blurriness helped out fat people. But like, bro, nowadays there's no hiding it. It's kind of hard with these 4K and 8K phones. Good luck hiding your fatness, dude.
See if I can find this photo.
Have you seen the? Is that you?
2007.
Is that you?
Yeah, 2006, 2007.
Well, your hand's in front of your face, too.
I didn't like photos. I was fat,
Yeah.
so I was fat.
You're not fat.
I was fat. So the summer of 8th grade, I told my dad I was tired of being fat because I weighed. I think I was like, it wasn't your size. I was like 100 and.
You were pudgy.
I was like 150, 160.
Okay.
So like I was big.
But not like...
Not 200 pounds or nothing like that. But I was like
by
150,
today's
160.
standards, you were
But
not
mind you, I was like 5'4".
Yeah.
So I was a tiny dude.
Yeah.
And so being that big at that weight wasn't great. So I never liked photos. I would always wear the big clothes. My mom
I
hated
did
it
too.
because we were in Florida. So I was just like how Fabio was always complaining about Maria. I would wear hoodies. I would wear the big clothes out, black clothes out in the sun and all that. My mom was like, what the hell?
but even me being a fat kid, I would never have been able to survive down here wearing hoodies. Like, even if I was fat down here, I would have still
I
worn
feel like
like
as a-
comfortable clothes.
I-
I'd rather be comfortable than
But
sweat.
I think about it now, even then, like, there are times, like, when I was younger, I felt like I didn't get as hot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing, but, like, I wouldn't get as hot.
Bro, but the thing is, when it's 95 degrees and I see, like, even not just fat people, but, like, skinny teenagers, like, even teenagers who are skinny and fit, they'll wear a hoodie.
But that's what I mean.
like,
I think they stay colder, especially females. Like, I know Mac, she's always wearing a hoodie.
Come
I know,
on,
and she
dude.
watches these, so I know you're gonna see me
95
say
is
this.
95. Any which way you cut it. It's hot as
She's worn a
fuck.
hoodie. I went like this to her hand, ice cold. And I was like,
Stop,
how?
dude.
How are you this cold?
No.
But you know what's funny? I don't know if this happens to you, but for her, if she eats, she gets extremely cold. When I get hungry, I get cold, so I
get
eat,
cold
so
when
I
I'm
can't-
hungry.
Yeah. So when I start shivering or something inside the house or anything, or like we're out in public and I'm like, damn, I'm getting cold. She goes, we need to go get something to eat. I was like, yeah, maybe, but then I'll wait like 30 minutes or so, and then I'm freezing. I'm like, shit, man, I need to eat.
Yeah.
And it blew me away because I noticed it one day
What
and
is
I ate
that?
some food. I have no clue. I think it's just like
Is it your body thinking that like you're starving, so it sends all the blood to like the center? and
maybe,
that's why your hands
maybe,
are
but
freaking
like
cold?
I don't know, because like I said, Mac is the opposite.
Yeah.
When she eats, so for her it makes sense because that blood is leaving, so it can help digest and be able to focus on the stomach. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
But to get hungry or to get cold because you're hungry, that was like, I don't know. It's weird.
I think because you're hungry, so your body's like, we got to protect vital organs, so it sends the blood to the center. That's what I would think. I don't know.
I don't know.
We're not scientists, but it's an educated bro guess.
Yeah, the educated bro guess, dude. Bro
Educated
science,
bro
dog.
guess.
Bro science.
You know what
Effective.
Spencer and Benji told me?
God, those two shouldn't have any conversations.
They said that we shouldn't face the camera.
I know. They want us like this.
They want us to sit. I don't know.
Turn
you
it.
guys You guys tell us what you think in the comments. Would you rather us sit? See, here's the thing. I don't want to look at you dead on like this for like an hour to talk. Like
and I'm gonna tell you guys.
I mean, I guess we'll get used to it.
I guess,
but like
for the other thing, and I get it because like a lot of podcasts, they're like this, right?
Yeah,
like, especially if the camera's angled. I don't
we
know.
would have to turn the table long ways, not like this. We would have to turn it long.
I guess we could. I mean, this isn't bad, but
hands here if my hands.
But then if we do that, it's mad fun.
Hands.
The Jiu-Jitsu Joes. He's got uncomfortable. You fucking pansy.
Hands got clammy.
You pansy.
I have a boner.
Made him nervous.
But
this is what I mean. I like talking to the camera, bro. I don't know
because I feel like because now I feel like I want to talk to you guys.
It's because they say it's because we're talking. I get it. Like again, because we're talking. If we have a guest, like we'll be talking to the guest. But then like we're gonna have to figure out that because we're gonna be starting guests soon.
Yeah. So our plan, my plan, and I don't know if I talked to you.
Yeah, you said like after the year mark.
I said once we get to episode 52 and we hit the year mark, let's start having guests on because it's not going to be easy to have guests. Think about it. We're filming in the middle of the day on what's today, Wednesday?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. So like for us to have a guest on at like 1:00 in the afternoon on a Wednesday,
bro,
it's not easy.
Knees hitting this thing?
Yes.
This is also the thing, man. We're not tall like you guys, but
we would need a table.
Yeah, like we could slide. So this ain't a table. This is like
this is just
I don't know what to call it.
A shelf, a cabinet.
That's what I said to my buddies. I was like, it's like a cabinet shelf type deal.
Yeah.
But
it's just something just to rest our arms or rest our drinks on. It's not something. It's not a table.
So now I got this thing digging in my shin. So my pain
is
for you. No, I'm staying like this.
You're gonna stay like this?
You, Spencer and Benji, this is for you. And
I don't know if this is
not bring it up next week, so I know that you didn't see it. We're going. I'm gonna kill you. That's what I'm staring.
Also, I don't like when we sit like this. I don't want to lean back.
That's what I'm wondering. Are we even in the angle?
Yeah, we should be in focus because it goes out to the sides of the TV. But that's fine. But like I feel like I'm hunching. I don't feel like I'm like I can't relax
anyway.
Yeah, I don't feel like I can relax. I'm going back.
My shins are killing me. I can't do it. I can't say
it's our podcast. Start your own fucking podcast if you want to make suggestions.
Because that shit hurt.
Did I tell you what they should call their podcast? Because they were like making jokes.
I'm telling you, those two should not do anything together.
They should do the Giraffe and the Jew. That should be their podcast.
They're gonna get arrested.
Because Spencer's so tall and
like
Benji's Jewish. So Giraffe and the Jew.
The Jewish giraffe.
The Jewish giraffe. Their logo could be a giraffe with a yarmulke on it. Oh my god, marketing is so good. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. When we have guests, Hasidic, whatever. When we have guests on, we're gonna have to figure it out. I'm guessing we would have to like place the camera further back to have a wider shot, and then like I don't know, put a little table here and then sit around like a circle table. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. We'll figure it out.
Oh, but if you guys haven't noticed, shirts came in.
Oh, shirts came in, pink and blue, and then there's. Let me reach up here. There's an orange and blue also. If people don't want to wear pink and blue, I know some people are weird about shit like that. I like both of them. So.
I like both.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Custom Ink did the shirts. I know that's like a big company and people are like, oh, you should use a local t-shirt company. But like, let me tell you something that I liked about them. Every time I called them, I got an answer right away.
Oh, that's good.
They took care of me when it came to everything. Like, because we ordered kid shirts and I didn't know this, but like the logo, you have to adjust it to scale. Because like on adult shirts, it sits on the shirt a certain way. And when you get kid shirts, obviously they have to shrink the logo to sit nicely on a kid shirt. They did that for free, which they usually charge, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, we'll take care of it on our end. Don't worry about it. We'll fix it."
Especially if people don't know that, like,
dude. And then by accident, they sent me one extra large and then one extra large instead of two extra larges. So I needed three 2X extra larges.
Nope.
They only sent me one.
Dog, I lost
2 extra.
I'm not following anymore.
Okay, you know the size 2XL?
Yep.
I was supposed to get 3 of them. I only got 1.
Okay.
They sent me an
Why
extra.
Why don't you say it that way?
We just got done training, dude. I'm tired.
Extra large, 2X.
They sent me one. They sent me one extra large. And then they sent me one extra large.
That sounds retarded. Stop saying it that way.
So I called them up today and they're like, "Oh, no problem. We'll send you two extra larges right away." So I'm gonna have two extra larges.
Shut the fuck
coming
up, dude.
soon.
I'm done with your sentence.
But
right
I
now.
have an extra large
Shut
and
up.
an extra
Shut
large.
up. God damn it, man.
Are you following the sizes?
No.
But yeah, they were good, man. They were good. I'm not opposed to using a local company, but like it was simple. They shipped it to me fast. I have no complaints about anything. So like, I don't know, like.
The only thing I've been told is because I reached out to people because I want to make my own shirts as well.
Yeah.
And a guy that I reached, actually the one that rash guard I wear, he was one of the main people I reached out to just because he prints off a lot and makes a lot of custom shirts from his company. And he was like, it's better to go local because then you'll also save prices on the fabric. So it'll save you a lot when you buy in bulk versus having to order online because those guys are going to upcharge due to the shipping as well.
That's fair.
And then there was another thing that you're able to physically touch the materials, so you can see. You can see
the tri-blend material. This is everybody know. This is tri-blend. This is tri-blend. Everybody knows.
I'm gonna tell you now. When you were explaining it to me, I had no clue what tri-blend meant.
It's this material that you're wearing right now. That's soft. This is tri-blend material. This is not 100% cotton that you're wearing right now.
Cotton and like one other thing. Like polyester.
Yeah, that's tri-blend material, dog.
Tri-blend with two things.
Because that's what they call it. It's a tri-blend performance material.
That makes sense.
I'm telling you, that's what it's called, dude.
Well, see, I didn't.
It's a performance top. It's not 100% cotton that when you dry it one time it shrinks and it. You know, like those cotton
or
shirts.
tatami where you fucking wash it and it shrinks.
Yeah.
I'm mad as fuck about that.
Oh yeah.
That made me so angry. I didn't even dry it.
I don't think I'll ever buy tatami gis ever again.
Bro, I bought.
Now I know why they were on sale.
Yeah, I bought 3 of them, 30% off, because I was like, man, that's a huge sale.
Don't get me wrong. I love the gis.
It was nice,
but the
cool.
thing
I
is,
wore it one time.
Yeah, I don't appreciate washing and drying, and then it just shrinks, and then you wash and dry.
Bro, the fact that people
again.
will shit on companies like Hawk or Sanibel because they're
or
cheaper,
Elite.
Or Elite. Like,
meanwhile, you could wash and dry the gi. The gi lasts forever.
I've done it for 3 years, almost 3 years now.
Yeah.
3 years, and not one time have I ran into an issue of shrinking.
Never.
I washed the gi.
Show your roll too.
Shrunk.
Wash and dry. Never had a problem with it afterwards.
Yeah, dude. There's
but
a
you're
bunch
gonna
of
tell me
different
because
brands
you bought tatami, oh, it's a good gi, blah blah. People are so into blah blah blah. It doesn't make your jiu-jitsu any better.
That made me so
dude.
mad, bro. That's $200 I spent just to wash a gi, and it washed it. And I followed the
Do you
instructions.
hang dry it now?
Yes.
My tatami gis are the only ones I hang dry.
Well, I did. That's the thing.
So
I only
annoying.
washed it, hung dry it, and it shrunk because of the wash. I went to go put it on, and the sleeves are literally up to here on me, and the pant legs are all the way up. But I was like, what? Like, it became a child's gi because of a wash, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm never buying their gis again. That was...
I told Fabio, I was like, now I know why they were on sale.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. I'm never doing that again.
Yeah,
I was so excited to get 30% off of a gi, dude.
They were at a good price, and it's reasonable, but not if, like, bro, I have to fear for it drying.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here,
Not
bro.
even dry, dude.
I don't know. People get so caught up in the brands of things. It's like sneakers, dude. Like, people who are like,
I mean, well,
these are $500
it's like in everything.
running
So
shoes.
I was like, I played when I played paintball. They're still a top company, I know, but like other companies have definitely come up. But
I feel like once you reach a certain point in quality, just because you spend more doesn't make it any better.
Well, that's the thing. It's like in the beginning, you'll kind of know either they're sponsored or they're new.
Yeah.
If they're wearing, so Dye was the company back in the day when I used to play, and they probably still are. I don't know, but Dye was the top paintball company, and they had the best gear. They were releasing everything. It was the best stuff, like the paintball mask, the pants, the sleeves. It was awesome to wear their stuff. So you would know if someone was brand new because they'll come out with the jersey, the arm guards, the pants.
That's like someone who gets new into jiu-jitsu and comes in, show you roll.
That's what I'm saying.
Or
so it's
fancy
it's
rash
the same thing. They come in with the top of the top, and it's just like, bro, I used to come in. I bought, because I was 16 buying my own stuff because I worked for my own money and all that, and I had to buy it all. I had sleeves, a t-shirt, sometimes just a tank top, and then pants.
Yeah.
But it was like the cheap ones, and I went onto a wholesale site, kind of like BJJHQ, but for paintball, and I was like, this works. And the only really top quality thing I had was the paintball marker or the paintball gun, and then I bought a carbon fiber tank because they're lightweight instead of the metal, so it doesn't hang.
Bro, it makes sense,
I miss
man.
paintball so much. I used to love playing. I did that competitively too. That was a lot of fun.
Bro,
paintball is awesome. If anyone ever wants to go, I'm down.
I'm down to play paintball.
Yeah?
I'm not competitive, so I really don't want to get shot like in the face or anything like
You
that.
have a mask.
I know, but
You'll
like,
just eat paint. You'll be all right.
okay. I mean,
It hits the goggles, but like it's shocking as fuck because you're shooting just. Blah,
but like I see these videos of like dudes have all these welts afterwards all over their body and like.
So that's if you get like there's something called like getting ran down, and so it's like if. So I was a snake player.
I don't want that. I just want to get hit once and I'm out.
You might get ran down. No, so it's really dependent. Like again, it's who you're playing with, right? Mm-hmm. Like, are you going to get into the competitive field? Like those guys are probably going to because they're going to.
No, but I heard that people turn up like the speed, so it hits you hard and hurts more.
Some people do. That's the thing. Good fields will get rid of guys. Like we used to have guys that would try to come on. They'll freeze their paintball, so if they hit you, they don't explode, and it's like a rock hitting you.
See, that's dick.
Well, so that's the thing. But guys like that, now it's like, all right, I don't care if you get out. Yeah. I'm going to keep shooting you, and then I'm going to walk on you. Walking on you means I'm walking up, and I'm still shooting. I'm going to dump out my whole.
I want to go to have fun, like splat. Okay, it hurts a little bit, like, but I don't want to leave.
So you might get hit a few times because the thing is, you're shooting multiple rounds, so it's going to be like pop, 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 pop. Like you might get hit
I understand that, but like I saw some guys that it was like black and red rings of like heavy bruises.
So I did what's called like the snake player. So like the tubes on the you've seen a paintball field, right?
Yeah.
So like the tubes that are like on the ground and low. Right, so that was my position because I'm a smaller guy, so I'd run and you play in the prone position.
Oh, only certain guys go in those things.
Yeah, so like in the competitive way, because then you'll have like the triangle shapes. Those are called Doritos. So you'll have your Dorito players, and then or like your pin players because some of them would be like pin shaped. Mm-hmm. So you have your center guys, your pin guys, Dorito players, and then the snake players.
Who's the guy who picks off from a distance?
So those are guys that usually your back guys. So they'll defend the guys that are pushing. So they're very helpful because you're the one who's like keeping me able to move forward. Yeah, because if you don't have me and I move without cover, then I'm going to get hit.
Sniper like guns,
in woods ball, yeah. So in woods ball, yeah. Okay. So there's woods ball and then
because their gun has to be able to hit to protect you. Over
so now all of them shoot pretty far, right? Like a normal paintball marker can shoot pretty far, but then there's ones where like they can shoot not much farther, but like you'll probably get an extra 50 to 100 yards out. Okay. But no matter what, just like even a real gun, you're going to lose accuracy the farther you're trying to shoot, depending on it. So it's meant to be played within a certain field.
Paintballs?
No. There's paint that they explode easier, and what sucks is like so the top thing, the loader, is also like a hopper. That's what that's what they're calling it. But it would get jammed more if they're because sometimes they explode so easily because there's competitive paint out there, and because you want it to explode easily. So when it hits the guy, because sometimes you'll get hit and sometimes it doesn't pop,
bounce off,
and it'll bounce right off. So you want paint that explodes easier. Sometimes it'll explode inside the hopper, and now that gets jammed up. There was one time when I was in a comp, and it was just like
you got to clean that out right away because it jams up the gun.
Yeah, so in there, like I had to dump out my hopper with the paint that was in it. I broke it apart, and mind you, we're in the middle, so my guy is now shooting heavy on two sides to make sure I don't get ran on. I have to take my shirt, I start cleaning it off, dump a pod back in, had to reset it all, and then I get back in the fight. But it was like, damn, dude, shit like that happens. Sometimes, like when I would dive. You would dive, and that impact like that, your hopper would fall out, all your paint falls out, you're just like, shit, and then you gotta like try to grab it all. I've seen one dude, there's something called barrel stuff in the ground, because when you're snake, you're diving. So you'll dive and your barrel will fucking hit the ground and just dirt. Yep, and so now you gotta take the barrel out, you'll take out a squeegee in the middle of it, take your barrel off, pop, 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 clear it all out, reset it, and then you have to get back in the fight. Dude, competitive paintball is so much fun. Paintball in general is a blast. Like when you play it and you start like getting into it and you understand the mechanics and then you start getting faster.
I want to be a sniper. I don't want to be in the fight. I want to help my guys get to the flag.
You'll be a back player. Yeah. No matter what, everyone moves forward though because your goal is to start pushing because to get a better angle. But yeah, it's there's woods ball though. That's where you play the woods. That was also a lot of fun.
I think the only time I played paintball was in the woods.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I used to do
in Pennsylvania.
I did both. I did speedball and woods ball. There's a place in Orlando my buddies and I used to go to every year. It's Wayne's World of Paintball, and they do like this big scenario. They'll have like 2,000 people, so it'll be 1,000 versus 1,000. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought this was like 5v5 or like 10v10.
Speedball is, and woods ball usually is like 10v10, but the scenario is like you'll have 1,000 versus 1,000. Dude, huge acreage of land. And they'll set up these buildings and like forts and stuff. And then in the final thing, like they call it the grand finale, one whole side up there, one whole side on the other. And then they say, ready? You have to flip the flag in the middle. Whoever holds the flag, the first to hold the flag, I think it's like 10 minutes or something on their side. And you have to get it up. whoever has it up the for the 10 minutes to hit it first wins. And it's just the grand finale. It's just, you're shooting, bro, and everyone just fucking shooting paint. No, that is so much chaos, but it's so much fun.
If there's 1,000 people, Mario, fighting each other, like, what's to stop you from shooting me and then I just wipe the paint off and keep fighting?
It happens. That
happens
in that big of a
That's
scenario.
fucked up.
So now when it's in the woods and like people are sneaking around and all that, because that's the thing. Not a bunch of active firefights are happening because there's objectives during that whole entire thing and all. So some people are sneaking, some people are trying to get an active firefight. Sometimes you'll see people try to do it. That's where that situation where people continuously shoot you. That's kind of why it happens. Because
to really mark you up.
Because now I'm going to show like, no, you got hit. Because now it's
people
like,
will get shot once, wipe it off. And
and so that's also the thing. Like, if you'll see how like a lot of guys, they play really tight because you're not going to see. And one, I'm a harder target when I shoot really tightly, but I'm also harder to see. So if like you hit my hopper real quick and I can just wipe, right?
Oh, are you dead if it hits the gun?
Yeah. If anything gets hit, you get hit, you're out.
You're done.
So that's why there's certain ways, like when you shoot, you're not shooting like this, you shoot here. You tilt your hopper this way. So the hoppers are out, like, and especially if I'm undercover, like using a bunker or something like that, I'm here.
You ever shoot somebody and then like there's no ref round, so they shoot you?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
They'll try, but I mean, there was one dude, this motherfucker, he actually got me real good. So I went up.
Are there grenades in paintball?
Yeah, there's paint grenades.
Shut the fuck.
You'll pull the pin and you'll throw it
and pop.
It'll with paint, it'll hit all over and it'll explode up.
Bro,
there's like not C4, Claymore. The Claymore mines too. They'll trip.
What?
Dude, there's a guy he made.
How many grenades can I have on me?
Dude, there's one dude who walked around like Rambo.
I would just start fucking flinging.
So they're not that effective though. They only go out like probably like 2 or 3 feet. So it's not that effective unless there's a big crowd sitting in one area.
You can only throw them 2 or 3 feet.
No, the paint only goes out about 2 to 3 feet. So it's not too far. It's not like you're getting 15 feet worth of paint. And even then, it's like if it splatters on you, it's only a little bit. So it's like
but that's all you need, right?
Yeah, if a ref is seeing it. That's the thing. You see where like it's kind of like a waste. Like it's funny for the event of it, and if you walk into a crowd, so like those scenarios, you have like your general, and so if I saw a guy do this, he walked up, and so you can cover.
You're just gonna walk with a bucket of paint.
Well, one dude walked up because you'll have markers on you, like if you're on the green team or blue team or whatever. He was walking up like this.
Oh, your paint has to be the color.
So
of
not
your
your
team?
paint. Your paint is sold there, and so everyone's using a certain color paint. Yes, when you have your color
to know
who's shooting who,
friendly fire,
yeah, or not. And so if your own dude shot you, it's like this fucker, and you can get healed off of that, which is mean a guy who's designated as a medical wipe you. But it's a band. Like you'll wear a band out there, and a dude walked up to the generals acting as if he was part of their team. He was sitting here like this. No one questioned him like this, and he had a grenade, and he goes, "I'm gonna collect points." Or it's like he says some shit like just to let them know, and they all like paused for a second, looked at him, and he was like, boom! Basically did like a suicide bomb, killed like the general and like.
That's allowed?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And so you collect a shit ton of points. Another guy, this was the funniest shit I ever saw. He got me this way.
Give people hugs with
this is also why I'm not nice to people about it anymore. Like I'll shoot you even if I'm close because you can go up to someone and you say take the hit. So taking the hit is giving you the option not to get shot up close. Because if I snuck up on you and I come
submit,
up,
like
hey, take the hit,
you.
Right? You don't have to. You can be like, fuck you, and try to shoot me, and if I shoot you, I got you, right? But if you get me, you got me. The guy, I didn't notice. He stands always, and he has a paintball pistol on his back, and he's like this. I didn't see it, so I walk up to him, and I saw his band because he was covering it, and I saw it was the different color. I was like, hey, man, take the hit. And he comes up, he goes, no, pop. Shot me. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what the hell? I was so mad, bro, because I got shot right in my chest up close too. And I was like, I'm never being nice. When I see someone from a different band from now on, I'm shooting the shit out of you.
Yeah, dude.
From there on, I was like, pop, 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 fuck everybody. I don't care. I shot one kid.
I'm surprised anybody's nice in that. The fact that you could just go pop.
Well, a lot of people, it's because there are people who will just say like, all right, they don't because they don't want to get hit close because like within 10 feet. You're feeling that shit. Like, it doesn't feel... Especially if it hits skin.
You get welts and shit.
That's where it welts. It bruises bad, and it can break skin a little bit. Like, it will leave that little ring. Yeah. And you're just like, fuck, man. But outside of that, like...
Damn, dude. I didn't know there were this many layers to paintball.
That's like that's scenario gaming.
That's still fun, though.
It was a blast, dude. We would go every year because you stay out there. But one of the friends that I would go with, his family was like, we're not fucking camping. A lot of people would do it as a camping trip. They'll go out there, they either get an RV or they literally just camp out.
Swords?
No, this isn't fucking, what's it called?
Dude, that'd be
No, there's a paint knife. I'm lying. There's a paint knife. You could
get close and like...
Yeah, there's a paint knife. One guy had... I only seen one guy ever had it. It was like my first or second year when I did it.
Right? Like a foam.
Yeah, like a little foam, like a little knife, and he like went up to stab someone, but then he kept trying it. I saw that guy get shot a lot because he would try to sneak up on people. One, he wasn't a small guy. This was a really big man.
Fat guy.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing? So, but there was one dude in a wheelchair, and he built a big tank around him.
What? Wait a minute. What?
He built a tank. And so people make like they make rocket launchers for paint. It's like a Nerf gun. They'll have a Nerf gun and they paint it. They'll cover it with paint. So when they shoot it and it explodes, it splatters with paint. So that they'll shoot like because remember I said there were bunkers.
This is legal?
Yeah, because remember I said there were bunkers like big ass buildings and forts. If you shoot the fort with the rocket launcher, then the fort explodes and they'll kill that side of the wall and they'll say people on that side of the wall, hey, you're all dead. They just shot a rocket and the ref will sit there. Because like certain things like that, the ref will follow you.
Okay.
And so there's always going to be a permanent ref now with you, and he'll just follow along. The same thing with the guy in the wheelchair with the tank. They just follow him around. And
so if you're in the fort and they shoot the fort, you die in the fort?
With the rocket launcher because they say on that side of the wall. Okay. So not with the
not with just a regular
gun. You have to get hit. But with the rocket, they'll say yes, but then there's guys who set like the claymores and stuff. Yeah. And if they set that off and they can actually get away with getting close enough, pulling it and all that to set it off, then they say they got rid of that side of the building and all. It's like a whole scenario. It's a lot of fun, dude. It's a lot of fun.
I didn't know the depth of paintball.
Yeah, there's a lot of different variations that go with. There's one that's like a Storm Normandy or something like that. And they do the whole invasion of Normandy, and they'll have, and this one's even
like
bigger.
Real life scenarios, like Civil War and shit.
Kind of, but it's paintball. But so it turns into, it's not like how airsoft would be, where it's more tactical, because it still becomes a charge. But
wait a minute, airsoft is like they have a league for that too.
Airsoft?
Yeah,
dude, airsoft is like they'll get some tactical people.
Yeah, but how do you monitor airsoft? Because how do you know who's dead?
You'll see people who just raise their hand, because if not, they keep getting shot.
Yeah, but if somebody shoots you with an airsoft once, you just shoot them right back, and then you.
Have you not looked up like airsoft gaming? Like, look up people who play airsoft. They get mad.
Yeah, but it's not as apparent as paint. Like if you shoot me with paint, I'm clearly
but
shot.
Like that's where it's like they
airsoft. They're like this big. How do you even know if it bounces off you or not? Honor, bro. There's some cheating motherfuckers.
There is.
I can't be the first one.
And that's why you get shot a lot. That again, this is why people aren't nice. Like that's why when it comes to shooting someone, I'm not going to sit there and be like, "Boop, you're done." It's like
I just feel like paintball. It's easier to regulate who's in and out.
It is.
Airsoft is so little, and if you're in the woods, like. No, it didn't hit me. It grazed off the tree.
There's like one guy I follow. He's like the airsoft sniper, right? And he has a ghillie suit, like actual ghillie suit and all that. And he sneaks around and he'll shoot people. Like he has a sniper.
I wanna so badly right now be like, how are you gonna invest so? No, don't do it. You're gonna disrupt me. How are you gonna invest so hard into airsoft to the point of getting ghillie suits and shit like that? I want to say that, but then I look at my Magic the Gathering stuff. I'm like, I can't touch.
It's the same thing. It's just like they love it. Like when I was big into paintball, bro. So competitive paintball is what kind of got me away from it.
You get those do you get those weirdos who like they've never been in the military or war and they take like paintball super serious where they're like, I'm a vet, and it's like you've never been a vet.
I've never talked to someone like that, but
like there's got to be those people who are like on Call of Duty who are they're like, I'm a vet. It's like you've never slept
like it's very serious. Yeah, like there's even guys like that I've seen that are like airsoft guys like that too. And it's
they're so losers, dude. If you do this, you're a fucking.
But there was a whole thing. Where they brought, I think
it was called Stolen Valor. Stolen Valor.
I think there were some soldiers that went up against the professional airsofters.
They got fucked,
dude. I think the soldiers won by like 1 out of like a match of 5 or something.
To a bunch of nerds.
But the thing is, because they use actual tactics, so they learned how to room clear, like properly room clear. They learned how to actually move. But what the soldiers weren't used to is the rushing tactics that these guys use.
Because you wouldn't do that in real life.
Because you wouldn't do that in real life because there's the actual chance of dying. Yeah. So like they were moving a little bit more. So when they got, that's why I said when the soldiers got the hang of it, they applied the tactics that they also trained with every day and then also understood it. But in the beginning, they still gave it confidence. And even when I was watching, I was like, dude, like when they would enter a room, you wouldn't see you wouldn't see their muzzle come through or anything. They would pie off rooms. They would clear the whole entire thing. They'd come in and then punch in, clear corners.
You know what's
everything.
fucked up is like those paintball guys and those airsoft guys who've never been in the military. I bet you they're all like, oh, I could do it because I win paintball matches. Like you would get fucking killed because you would never rush in the way like that.
But it's helpful in a sense. Like I would say, like a lot of the things, like
it's helpful, but I don't think it's like
there's more like, that goes into it.
Yeah, like, I feel like it's the equivalent of like if you want to get into MMA, you should do combat jiu-jitsu, but realize that combat jiu-jitsu is not MMA.
Yeah. So it's a perfect example then. Yes. Because like you get a taste, but then there's so much more.
Taste.
Because
there's
then
what
I'll tell the guy who's like, oh, you think you can survive? All right, cool. Let's put 100 pounds on you and let's go for a 20K hike.
Yeah. No.
Now it's like, now can you last?
No.
Because then what's going to happen? And then what happens? Like, what I remember my first weapons hike I ever did, I had to fucking carry a 50 cal receiver on my back. You know how heavy a fucking 50 cal? Heavy as fuck. I don't remember the weight. Heavy as shit, bro.
Over 50 pounds?
Yes. You just walking on your back, plus your rifle, plus your already assault pack.
I don't like running.
Walking like this, dude.
I don't like running with my lightweight shorts and t-shirt on, let alone tack another 50 pounds on me.
Boots and
Fuck
shit.
You.
It was a 10K weapons hike, bro. Man, dude, that shit gets heavy as fuck.
That's wild.
It's.
I didn't know the level to paintball and airsoft. I had no idea.
Yeah, dude.
I thought it was just. Hey, like I thought it was like you know what I thought it was like? I thought it was like laser tag when you go to like the arcade, like some goofy shit like that.
Actually, Mac and I are gonna go do that. We're gonna go to
laser tag is fun.
I've never I think I played laser tag as a kid once,
but it doesn't seem like it's as tactical or as in depth as paintball.
These new laser tag things, like when I played laser tag, I was a kid. Now I look at laser tag now, that shit looks intense.
Yeah,
like they have like actual like
vests and like
dude, that looks sick, man. I've never seen that, so I was like, oh, bro, I want to do that, man. Like,
what tripped me out recently that I did recently. This was like a couple of years ago. Have you ever done a VR room?
60 pounds.
Holy fuck.
Is the weight of a 50 cal receiver.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So
have you ever done a VR room?
VR room?
Dude, I went to a place and they had a VR room where like, okay, they like when you take the goggles off, there's like a block here, there's stairs here, there's a bench here. But when you put the goggles on, that stuff is there, but like the map is layered over it. So like you got to get to the button. So you have to physically climb on the block that's actually in the room. And like you're seeing it in VR. That shit was crazy. And there's zombies everywhere. That shit.
So the only thing I did, my buddy has the VR headset and he let me.
No, this is a room and it's mapped out where it has like a net here. So you got to climb up the cargo net and it's physically
Can you
laid
play
out
like
in
Call of
VR.
Duty on that?
It was a zombie game. I don't know if they have like A-list games. I'm sure
games are going to be so amazing. I'm a big gamer. I can't wait for like to see, because games have already improved so much, and I get the console gaming and PC gaming, like it's a lot more comparable. But I want them to come up with like a virtual reality.
I'm terrified of that. I'm terrified of that because at what point do you not know if you're in the VR or not? Like
when you put the goggles on.
No. Like I'm saying, like
you think it's going to turn into
this
Inception?
Is one step closer to like simulation and like you not being able to.
Bro, have you already seen what Apple released? You see those goggles that they're saying to wear it every day. If I play
a console game, I like it because I could just put the controller down. Anything you have to like get so immersed.
How do you know you're not a sim?
Stop. I don't want to get into this conversation at the end of the podcast.
How do you know you're not a sim, Joe?
No.
Like, how do you know right now that there's a gamer and you controlling me? Sim?
Yeah, and if I shoot myself in the head right now, it ends the video game and I wake up.
No,
he's
just going to put a cheat code and you can't even do it.
Conversation.
They just delete this door right here. We get stuck in here. They stack all the furniture and it all catches on fire because they put the chimney in here. If you guys don't know about that, you're too young for this podcast.
Too crazy. Guys, we'll see you next week for episode 49 of Fresh Off the Mats. Make sure you like, share, subscribe.
Don't be a bitch
share
about
with your friends.
And family.
Lick balls.